Alright, welcome to the Canadian Fishing Musician channel. Today, we're going to find out what's inside of a lake trout. We already know what's inside of a burbot. I'll show you that right now while I have a chance. Give me a second. Okay, look at all those. That was in one fish. Check it out. This is a burbot. Look at this freaky thing. Dave in the house. Okay, we already flayed that up. This is a whitefish fillet here. But these are all gobies. These gobies, all of them, were all in one fish. Pretty wild, I gotta say. I didn't go live on the shorts wall because I wanted the content to be in this format so that we can see not only that, but me flaying a fish. So that's what we'll do here. I'm just gonna start with this side as well, and then we'll open up the belly. So what I'm doing here is, this is a full fillet. Now there's different ways you can deal with this. That looks like goby. Look at, that's all shells. It's all shells. That's the fish's poop. And it's all zebra mussels. I can feel there's gobies in there. Guaranteed. Those are all like shells. Okay, so we know that this fish is feeding on shoals where there's like zebra mussels and shells and stuff like that. We can tell already from his stool sample, right? So that'll give you an idea. That should give, when you're opening up a fish and you see these type of things, this can give you a really good idea of the environment of where they're holding in this lake, in Lake Simcoe, where they like to feed. So what I did is I made an incision just past the gill plate here, okay? And now I'm going to slice a line, not going too deep, but I'm going to slice a line all the way down the back. Art and Adventure with Tasha in the house. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in. You want to see something, Tasha? Let me show you this. This is nuts. First and foremost, here's what I'll show you here, okay? Watch this. This is how many more I got to flay. Look, that's all whitefish. Okay? That's all whitefish. And then we have this funky looking guy, which is a burbot down there. I already cut him open. And he was full, as you can see. That burbot was holding all these fish. TJ in the house. Oh, orientation block, sorry. That burbot was holding all these gobies in his stomach. And still smashed our bait. Okay. Put the power box off to the side. Alright. But that was in a burbot, so I'm curious to see what are in these whitefish. And in through doing this, of course, obviously there's the educational process of this, and that's flaying the fish, right? So we made an incision here. TJ in the house, nice to see you. And we made a slight incision down the side of the backbone here, okay? Now with whitefish, you can do this different ways. You notice they have scales, you see? You can actually descale this whole fish and cook it whole. And the bones and everything will come out. Just obviously gut it. You don't want to eat his guts. But you can literally scale this. Just scrape the scales, okay? And gut them. But I don't like doing that. I like having I like fillets. and I was never really taught that. So what I'm doing with my knife right now is I'm slightly turning it as I go, okay? You don't want to go straight into the fish. The whole idea here is to listen and feel for the chest bone, okay? Because what you want to do is you want to ride over that chest bone, getting as close as you can without having the bones, okay? Now, it's not easy, and if it doesn't happen so perfectly, you can cut some of those areas out. That's right. That's exactly it, Jonathan. It is messy. I'm trying to eliminate as many scales coming off of this fish. But these are whitefish. These are the prime of eating. So I'm cutting up on a 45 so I can hear the bones. You can almost hear it if I'm quiet. And I'm just riding that plate. Okay? Nice, swift movements. Nothing too crazy. You press too hard, you can end up going through a bone. The whole idea is to find it and then work your way up it so that you can get around it. And that'll give you the most amount of meat that you're going to get. And when you see this fillet, when I'm done, you see how much meat I'm going to get. There isn't much left. I've been filleting fish. My dad told me a long time ago, you want to keep a fish, you better learn how to fillet it. Because nobody's going to want to do it for you. You see, I'm just riding those bones. I'm not breaking through them. Okay? I'm just riding them. And notice the chest bone gets pretty high up on this part. Now come back down the chest bone, or the chest. Sorry. Now that you've went around it as close as you can, I don't mind getting a few bones and having to deal with them if it means me getting the most amount of meat off the fish. There's nothing worse than wasting fish. Okay? Look at this, right down to the stomach. Okay? Alright, get right down to the tail, man. The strongest meat, the most firmest meat you're going to get is off a fish's tail. That's what makes them move, right? So check it out. Look at, see that bone? Look at the size of this. Look at it. Okay, nice and easy. Just nice and easy till you hit the stomach line. Once you see the guts, I don't go any further than that. That's belly fat. Right on the bottom. Okay? I don't eat belly fat. That's where all the mercury or anything that could be in there. Now look at that. Look at that. Okay? Now there's a couple. There's one here I noticed. I can just pull it out. I think I have about 3 bones. Maybe 4 that I got to deal with right there. Look at that meat. Just gorgeous. Now 5 more to do. Alright, so now the big thing. What is in his stomach? This is what we want to know. It's what I want to know. Okay. Now they are going to be going into a spawn here. As you can see, little whitey eggs. But this was a hatchery stalker. There's the eggs. Let's see what's in his. There's more eggs. One thing I do keep, okay, for you catfishing people, is the liver. You gotta keep that liver, man. And freeze that up, and I'll throw that out. Be catfishing. Even Burbot will eat that up. That's free bait right there, man. Right out of fish. See, in Canada, you're legally not allowed to use certain fish as a bait for a species, right? Here we go. Here's the intestines. Here's the real check. I can see already. Look at this. Look at the stomach track. He's loaded. He's full. Look at all. Oh, gross. That's all gobies right there coming out of his butt. Look. Gross. It's all right here. That's all dissolved gobies. I gotta clean that up. Put that in the one sink. Row I don't want. Every fish you gotta like clean the area and do it again, right? That's the way I can't do it any other way. I gotta have a clean surface. So we'll put that in there. I can flay this quickly. Here's the flay. Literally just, again, make an incision right here. Leave yourself a little nub, okay? Yeah, that's goby poo right there. That's a bunch of gobies. Look at it. Okay, so what I did is I left myself a little bit of a nub here to put my fingers on. Watch. Again, just slightly on a 45. Don't dig into the meat. This here you can kind of just put on. Watch this. There you go. Primo meat right there, man. You can't get any better than that. I'm gonna get, oh look, here we go. Anything I want to get, I don't want to. And then of course take this nub off. You want it, take it. Done. And then that's, look at that. Right to the skin. No problem. No 100,000 scales all over my hands. Let's put this in the sink. Gross. Alright, we rinse that off. Put her in the good sink. We don't want any of that schmoo on our meat. And we'll go grab another whitefish here in a second. That in there with there. Good enough. All right. Oh, that's one. And some sauce. Oh, thanks, Jake. I appreciate that, man. That's how you know when your close friends aren't following you. Most of my people will be like, hey, man, try and get a hold of me while I'm live. Give me a sec. There we go. I won't do that anymore. All right, nice new fresh one. Fix that chat. Let's see if I can see it. Puff Muffin in the house. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining in. I wanted the full wide concept. That's why I didn't go on the shorts wall. I don't know how people would have reacted, and I'm not exactly sure. This is all for educational purposes. So hopefully I'll be good, but we'll find out. If worst comes to worst, I take the video down, edit it, post it as a video instead of a live. but I'm pretty sure I'm okay. Okay, again, just cut down that backbone. Get all the way down to that tail. That tail is the strongest meat, strongest part of his body, so it's going to be the best meat that you're going to have. And here I hit a bit of bone there. Matt Man in the house. What's going on, champ? Nice to see you. Look, beautiful meat, right? Real quick, leave yourself a nub. You can pull the fillet towards yourself, like pull it towards while you're cutting. But sometimes if the blade isn't sharp enough, you're going to find yourself wasting meat. It'll be stuck to the fillet. So it's really good just to kind of keep that knife going and moving. And look. Right? Beautiful meat, man. Like you can't get, that's whitefish, man. Like something in the grocery store right there. Like I don't even know. Take a guess. I mean, what would it be American, let alone Canadian, for 2 fillets of whitefish like this? You gonna smoke that? I got 4 more fish to fillet. We're gonna freeze these up. But there is that. Judy has a recipe she wants to do. $25. 25 bucks for 2 fillets. That might have been 1 cut in half. Right? So $50 a fish. Raging in the house. Nice to see you. If it's 25 in the States, it'll be even more than that here. Because we don't have any commercial areas around us that go for whitefish anymore. They stopped that. Right? That's how much meat was left behind. Zilky. So again, flip them over. Make an incision. Right? It's not crazy. You don't have to go like real hard. Just make an incision. I put my hand and I hold his gills. This will help me keep the fish straight until I get down to the next point where I hold, which is right by these fins. You see? Right in here. So now I have a slice here. You see that? I already did one side. So now I keep my thumb there. That'll hold that. And you keep doing that. All you gotta do is push down. Look, all you're doing is getting rid of this part right here. Okay, which is connected to the bone. You get all the fins and all that coming up it, right? Alright. Cut that off. One side you'll always be better than the other. It just, I don't know why that is, like being left-handed or right-handed. It just depends. But because of having the down moment, it's more down movement, it's more smoother than to come across. So what I do is I'll get up around this bone just so I can know where it is and locate that I'm not getting the bone. I'm just working up that rib cage. And as soon as I hit up there, I come from the back. And instead of me coming and grinding here, I just work from the back and work my way down the tail. Okay? And you're going to see, once again, I don't miss much. Now look, it sounds like I'm hitting something, right? But I'm not. I'm actually just grinding those bones, sliding around the back of it. You see? Watch. Poof, poof, poof. It really is. Look at that. Okay? And I work way down to the tail because I'm better on the down movement than to go across like this. It just is not. Okay, we want to try and get as much meat as we can off that rib cage without hitting it. And there it is. Same thing. I leave, you know, 2 inches of that belly fat. I just leave it. Basically the area that's the underside of where the guts are holding. Louise in the house? Or Lewis, I'm not sure. Just going by what I hear, I was taught to. I spell like I pronounce it, so if I see how it's spelled, that's how I'm going to pronounce it. And sometimes that hasn't been the best when it comes to school. Because somewhere around the line, guys thought, well, just put some silent words in there. Man, we'll put a little hyphen over it. You don't hear it in the word. It would make complete sense, but let's put a silent vowel in there. And shit like that would. It's pronounced Lewis. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So, I was actually. Oh, really? Lewis. It's pronounced Lewis. Okay. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Yeah. See? Now you have perfectly good whitefish fillet. Now let's see what's inside this whitefish. Now normally I wouldn't do this. As you noticed right here, okay, the guts are still in the fish. Okay, so when it comes to dealing with this and disposing it, I just throw the whole fish in a bag and that's it. It's done. So rip them open. Let's see what's going on here. Again, I take his liver. I'm taking that. If it's in good shape. Yep. Okay, go to a store, go buy chicken liver, or use whitefish liver. Herring livers, fish livers, they work great. Awesome for catfish, they work great for burbot. I was saying earlier, there's a lot of fish you can't legally use as a live bait. But if you take it home and cut it up, same thing here. I'm not feeling any, oh look at this, shells in there. This is crazy, okay? All right, watch this. I'm going to cut this one open. Look at this. Look at the shells in here. I'm going to rinse this off. Literally littered in his intestines. Zebra mussel shells, goby heads, crunched up, This was actually, this is the goby bones. This was his head. This was the goby's head. And then of course these are all goby guts in there. This shmoo that I don't want to put on my counter again. I'm looking to see if they get whole ones. And the reason for this is because we were catching fish. We were catching fish in areas where they've been caught or before. We're getting to late March now. They're coming into a spawn, right? So they're obviously getting on a heavy feed. March 15th, they close until basically next high season. So there's 4 days left or something, if I'm not mistaken. There's 4 days left for lake trout or whitefish. Still go for burbot, but I think even walleye's going to be closing here shortly as well. If I'm not mistaken. I have to check that out. I'm not sure when it closes up here. It'd already be closed down where I used to fish growing up, so let's go grab another whitefish. Sheldon in the house, nice to see you, buddy. Thank you so much for joining in. You feel free to stick around. It's not for everybody. We're currently filleting fish, finding out what's inside of these fish on Lake Simcoe. Anybody who takes fishing serious to another level knows that whatever inside of here can tell you what to do the next time you're out there. And that's exactly what we're doing here. We're just learning. Okay, yeah. Incision, just a small one, doesn't need to be crazy. And work down those, work it down. Okay. Now at this point you can see I'm cutting towards my hand. Once I get to here, I don't do that anymore. Because you start getting down to this tail, it gets a little tougher. Next thing you know, it just takes one little mistake. Alright, so we got it down to the tail. I hear you. The problem is whitefish. The whitefish have such a high chest bone up at the top. So it doesn't take much. That's why I like to find it first up there before I start working down. Because as you can see, it literally, that's bone. Listen. Okay, that's all bone right there. So you want to get up over this, down into here. Sorry, maybe I should go this way. Okay, see how there's the groove right here? Literally, at least an inch or so. But you have to come up here to get over this. Watch, listen. Those are bones. Looks like meat, and there probably is a bit. Now if I wanted to make a soup or something, it'd be perfect, like a whitefish soup. But I'm not that type guy. I like my meat. I don't like to eat my meat out of a soup. Unless it's like chunkies. Okay, so once you get over that top part and you find where that spot is, now you're cooking with juice. Okay? Now look at, bang, just like that, done. Stir from whatever side, whatever you want to feel comfortable to hold. See, I went too low there. You can see it because now I was fighting with the fin. Alright, and now I've exposed the belly. So I went a little farther on that one. If you do it right, you can literally, and there's guys I've seen, I know they can do it. I have, if I really wanted to get really crazy intricate about it. I can ride that meat all the way through without piercing that stomach. And then now all the guts are being held in there, okay? As long as you don't puncture them, then you're able to just dispose the whole fish, opposed to just cutting off the head, taking the guts out. No, keep it all intact. If it's fresh, obviously. And then bang. Rinse this off. Oh yeah, Travis. Oh yeah, I found some really, really good spots today. I will say this, Travis. If you want to go out there and really learn, you know, really learn and get on some fish because you got the sled. Next year, I would be booking with Outdoor Junkie. Even if it's just you by yourself, you'll get a better deal. You go out with that guy, you won't come back the same. You won't come back the same. Alright? You've seen already, you've seen for yourself what we got today. We caught more fish today than we caught any time throughout the whole year of going white fishing. Whitefish or burbot. I had a burbot on and I lost him up at the hole. I had a whitefish on early in the day and I lost him. And yes sir, he does perch stuff, but you know, those are for families and stuff like that. You don't need to be, you know what you're doing. But for these whitefish to be able to go out there with them and see where he's going, how he's running his sled through the, you know, through the lake, his setup. Once you leave that, that's it, man. I'm telling you right now. And then, of course, he's got the live scope. So you get to see your lure under the live scope, and you have him right there with you. Okay, you're catching the fish. That's it. Like, he's going to show you and tell you what to do, even while you're doing it, until you get it right. Unless you really suck, which we know Travis does, and he's a great fisherman. But I'm sure there's guys out there that, you know, Matt was telling me he had a client not too long ago, and he could get everything right, but he couldn't get a hook set. So eventually Matt had to reach over and just grab his rod when it was time. He'd see the hit on the rod. And yeah, he'd just reach over and pull his rod up for him to set the hook. Because otherwise he would have never got a fish all day. That would have sucked. Okay, down the belly, down that bone. But you gotta do it, Travis, man. I'm telling you, it's an experience. It's a bit expensive, but it's totally worth the while, man. And Matt's an amazing person. He wants you to catch fish just as bad as you want to catch them. You know what I mean? So we've seen what was in him. Let's see what's in this guy. Oh, his intestine's super small. No wonder he was so hungry. Let's feel it. This is just really the intestines. You can see though, still, same stuff. Gobies. Gobies. All crunched up gobies. Oh yeah, you want to see something, Travis? Check this out. Okay? this Mr. Burbot down there, as you can see, he's freaky looking. Watch this guy. He's kind of like a catfish, but he's not. Anyways, this is all meat. This is not meat. See all those gobies? Rise or die in the house. See all those gobies? Okay, those were all in the burbot. Every single one of them. One fish. 40 burbots. Or 40. There was 40 I counted. And that's the ones that are still whole. That's not the ones that are digested. Yeah, 40 gobies in his stomach lining. And he still smashed at the thingamajig. He was still eating. That's crazy. That is the most amount of fish that I've seen in ever in my life. Okay, I do need a new knife, but for one that's not doing too good. That's pretty good, man. Like, you get any closer, look at, you can see that the back skin from the fillet. Just a beautiful meat, man. Like, so I took my nephew out. Well, I paid for a guy to take us out on the lake, take us out where we've never been before. And I told him, I said, look, all I care, my nephew has a good day, you know, whether it's just having fun. I don't care if I catch fish. What I do care about is if my nephew, is what people don't get, is he looks big. He looks older than what he is. He's 6'3", 200 pounds. He's only 17. You know what I'm saying? He's a big boy, but he's still a boy. Like, he's still growing up. And this is his first year ice fishing. So for those that have joined, feel free to go check out the post. I just put it on my wall there. It won't take 2 seconds. Go ahead and check it out. And you can see all the fish. My nephew caught 4 whiteys and a burbot. Yeah, 4 whitefish and a burbot today. Now, the whitefish he'd never caught before, other than the other day. But he never caught a burbot either. And today was the first burbot for him. So now he has a burbot, it's new species under his belt. That's super cool, man. I can't explain it, but like, he'll never forget that. He'll never forget that moment that he had with me. And that just, I cannot thank. I can't thank the Lord enough. I literally was thanking the Lord today. Sitting in a chair, freezing my butt off, and just going, thank you, man. Like, you know, one fish, his first fish he caught was like 10 pounds or whatever, whitefish. Remember these? They may not look so big, but I'd say he's roughly around 4, probably 4 pounds. I don't have a scale on me here, but I would say he's roughly 4. So, you know, a 10-pound whitey is pretty deadly. And he got one real close to that. The guide had told us that had he been out here fishing, had he caught that 2 weeks earlier, he would have caught. Oh yeah, Lysol? No, not yet. Not going to use that. I don't want to put Lysol on the meat until I'm done all the fish. I just try and get the blood out so it's not as slippery. Same thing, just cutting down the backbone. Right to the tail. Who is that there? Nice, wildcat in the house. right to the bone. Now I gotta get up. Gotta get up on that chest plate. Right there. I found it. Oh, look at how pink this meat is. Holy. This one's a really nice one. I think this is a hatchery stalker. I find the wild ones, they'll be a little bit more whitish. Or these stockies, they have a kind of a pinkish look to them. What a beautiful fish, man. Holy. Alright, let's go get this guy off. That's one. Flip them over. Okay. I was gonna join your live the other night there with my phone, but my nephew, he's under the age, right? He's 17, so he's okay to be on the channel with me and stuff like that, but he wanted to play a Rocket League tournament. And I just thought it'd be rude. You know, I'm on my channel, so I can say this, but it would have been like me being Wayne reading a book on your panel. You know? It would have been super ignorant and rude. So, I can't do that. I know you probably wouldn't have cared, but I guarantee I would want to talk to you, as I would have been in conversation with distracting me right from the game. My nephew would have hated me. Not that we won anything anyways, but he don't know that. What a beautiful fish. Look at that, man. Just gorgeous. Well, I think it's safe to say I'm not going to be keeping any fish for a while. Me and Judy already agreed that we weren't gonna, I wasn't gonna, well sure, I shouldn't say we agreed, but I was told that I shouldn't bring any fish back. I should fillet it, you know, where I am, kind of thing, which makes sense. It saves a lot of bullshit. Plus, we live in an apartment, so you can only get rid of this stuff. It's not like I can just throw it outside, you know. This guy, look, his stomach line, he had nothing in there. Let's see. Oh, up top he did. Look, there's a goby right there. He's just riding down. Yep, that's his head. Yep. All right. Oh yeah, watch this. Okay. Look at. That's his tail. That's what's left of the tail. That's a full-size goby. Smashed. Ate it. Now you know why. Okay, the goby baits are becoming so damn trending. Everybody wants to build one and sell them. Because the gobies are taking over. They're the new minnow. And the problem is you're legally not allowed to use a goby as bait because they're poisonous and evasive. So they were actually instructed by the MNR through the book to kill a goby if you catch one. Rinse this off. Hey, look at that. I'm gonna rinse it again. I'm putting, I want most, if I, depending on where I catch the fish, I will put the fish in salt water for the night to firm the meat up and to kill any bacteria that might be in the fish that you're unaware of. But because of where I'm catching these fish, that's not necessary. But I might do it to some, I don't know. Depends. I don't know, maybe I'll do it, I don't know. Wait till you see all these fillets when I'm done. Like, it's so crazy. You're not seeing minnows or shiners or chub baits. All you're seeing is straight gobies. Oh, you want a whitefish, buddy? What did you catch a whitefish, Travi? Did you catch a whitefish? Have you caught a whitefish yet? Where are you tomorrow? You must be working. What's the date today? Is it Monday or Tuesday? It must be. I've lost track of days. I've been fishing for so many of them. Let's go get another one. You're at work till 4? Shit. If you could come reach and come there, fucking, I don't know, talk to Danny, but you probably don't want to come out with us tomorrow because we'll be there late. We found a spot where the burbot are just loaded. I said you probably, yeah, we'll have to wait. This weekend I think is closing Sunday. I have to look at the date. I think it's the 15th. So I have to get you out there one time, get you on those fish. But if you want some whitefish to go home with, buddy, you let me know. I'll give you some. Danny didn't do so well today, but he got one. But he was pretty cold, I think. It was warm, but it was windy, and we didn't set up a hut today. It was run and gun in a sled. Used the sled as a wind blocker. And I think he was just a bit too cold. He's a little smaller guy, so he was probably, his focus was thrown off because he was freezing his butt off. Which is no good. It's no fun to be cold, man. My back's sore from shivering. But you know what? This man, well, we've seen on my channel, I went fishing for rainbows down at the lake in minus 30 with the windshield factor and got skin burned by sticking my hand on a pole. I think Tasha might remember that at best. But yeah, I almost ripped my whole hand skin off and everything, man. My hand was frozen. Oh, we're talking about the story of where Jonathan met Tasha on Judith and Richie's POF live. Yeah. Find the chest bone. Once I'm over it, work your way down the fish, down that bone. Oh. I don't know what happened there. I think I'm just tired, man. There we go. Robert in the house. What's going on, Robert? Holy man. I just noticed your name in my post there in description. I was like, Robert. I'm like, oh shoot, man, I haven't seen him in a little bit. Like, and then usually what I do is I'll redo my descriptions, you know, to people that support it or whatever. And I seen it. I was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna leave it there and see. Maybe he'll step in. Maybe it'll show him that he was tagged in there. Look at that. There we go. Any more? This guy was starving. He's got one in there. Yep, there's a full-size goby right there in his guts. Probably more. No. Just goby schmoo. Gross. How many more fish do I gotta flay? Slaying fish is kind of... Finish the word in the chat. I can't, technically. Oh man, it's so cool. A lot of whitefish, man. A lot of whitefish, man. Oh, Tasha, yeah, she's probably exhausted. She's probably got to either go to work or she's got to sleep to go to work first thing in the morning, I imagine. Poor girl's working all the time now. But she wanted to go back to work. If you're happy, Tasha, that's what matters. Remember that. No YouTube, nothing fucking more important than your happiness. No matter what. I missed the bone here. I don't want it in my meat. Right there. I'm going to show you one last way that people do this. That's a little quicker than that for people that might not be able to get down the chest bone like that. I'm going to show you a way to do that. It's not as conservative, I'll say that, as this way with getting all the meat. Oh, really? I got a lot of running around to do too. Running around from hole to hole. I see Timothy in the house. Nice to see you, brother. think I have one more left. Save me a bit of problems here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drain his intestines on this one. Okay, I'm just pushing that belly down, because I don't want that mess on me for this one. Okay, there, he's emptied. Done. Goes in the sink, you just throw it out. That's it. So this is how guys will do fish. I want to say the quick way, but you're going to lose a bit of meat doing this because it's not as nice as going right down the fillet. So let me show you here. This here, cut the head right off. Okay? Cut it right off. Now he's already bleeding all over me. There we go. Head's in there. Alright. I gotta take his guts out to do this too now. Okay. Start from the anus and work your way up. Keep your hands clear. Away from the knife. Get his guts out. Done. Okay, guts are out. Now I'm going to show you how this one's done. Instead of working your way down the bones and down the chest plate, what you're going to do is you want the same thing. You don't want to go past here, past the fin. But there's a mark here, and you can see, okay, we have the bone right here. That's the top bone, okay, and it's sort of like a V. If you look at it, there's a V there. Remember that there's a V, okay? So now you're just going to come down the side of that. This is a little bit more crazier because you got to cut towards yourself. You can tell I haven't done this in a while. And this knife isn't sharp enough to do that. But basically you're cutting right in through the bone and everything. Which I'm just gonna do one side because I don't want to waste this fish. Okay, come all the way down the tail. Alright. Now you have bone here. Fillet it. Put this aside. Fillet this. Try. Because now it's a whole different ball game. You got the fins there and everything to get in your way. Which you can see happened right here. Wow, this is a nightmare. And a waste of fish. Okay. Get this off the fin. There's one. Cut the fin off. Okay. Right? That one's already filleted yet. We gotta finish filleting this. Now to me, this seems like more work. Because I had to deal with the guts, I had to deal with the tail, I had to cut his guts open, take the guts out, cut his head off, which caused him to bleed on the counter, make a bigger mess. And right here, right now, I can see there's bone here. That's no good. We don't want that. How do you preserve it? You know what I mean? I gotta sit here and hack at it. And out of the sake of trying, this meat is so soft, you just tear it. Like this is just a nightmare. You see what I mean? You lose a lot of meat doing it this way. Because what guys are doing is they're just eating the chest plate, leaving the whole stomach, everything. Now, if you're fishing in an area where maybe there might be a higher mercury or something like that, like Lake Ontario, then, you know, then there is things where I would say that, like, you want to stay away from the stomach. You know, if you're going to eat a fish from there, you want to stay away from the stomach as much as possible. But there is still meat that goes down the back chest plate until you hit that stomach. And a lot of guys won't. And I'll show you what's happened now. So that's the fillet, opposed to a whole fillet that I got. Okay. But I'm going to show you where I missed because of that technique. And look at, you can see clearly. Look at that whole back chest that I would normally get doing it the way I did isn't there. Why? Like, I don't have it on my fillet. That's the best meat you can get. Right there. Okay? You start getting into filleting it like this, it's almost like doing a pike. You get all this extra meat you gotta try and cut out. Now that is guaranteedly boneless, and that's the whole chest, like the upper back plate meat, which is really good. That wasn't so bad, but opposed to me just flipping the fish over, okay, making that incision. It's going to be a little tougher for me to do this right now because of the way that I flayed the other side. Right, like this. Find the chest plate. I'll make sure I get all the way down to that tail. Okay. Now I'm down to the tail. Yep. Cut the meat. Now look. All that extra work I had to do just to get that fish down. The back plate's done. There's nothing left here, it's all bone. And I'm right down to the belly without puncturing it open. Right here. And then of course, like I said, about an inch of belly flat, I leave it alone. I don't eat it. I don't eat it. It's the only part of the fish I won't eat. I'm done. Just like that. Now look at the size of that fillet compared to the one that I had. That's pretty wild. So I will go through these, make sure there's no bones in them. No one likes to chew into a bone. And I cut them down to sizes, to serving sizes, opposed to having them as a full fillet like that. I put them into little fillets, you know, so that you can have 2 or 3 on a plate with your dinner. Alright, now the next part. Mainly Italia, nice to see you. Thank you so much for dropping in. I appreciate you saying hi, hitting that like button. Sorry I didn't see you there. I have my wonderful queen, she's doing great as you can see. She gets all the credit. She don't miss anything in that live. Okay. Yeah. What? Okay. All right. Yeah, all right. Yep. Okay. I thought I felt you there. There you are. That's you. Little bone sitting in there lining. We don't want that. We want premium meat. Nothing but the best. Look at that. Just, oof. Oh, man. Delicious. Make sure this one's good. Yep. And this had bone in it too. I felt it. Let's see if I go. Yep, it does. All right. That's one you can take if you want. You want? This is the one I had a problem with. Oh, you can just feel that meat fermenting up too. Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah, all right. Yeah. This was actually pretty good. All right. There you go. That's almost good enough. We'll put one more steak fillet in there. Whitefish. That's pretty good. It's actually a bit much, to be honest. For a serving for me and Judy, it's a bit much. That's pretty good right there. Bait the hook in the house. Going on, champ. Alright, we got the full fillet going on there. This is the one.
Babe, did you do them all already?
No.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, when you cut the next one, just leave the whole strip, the whole length and everything.
Yeah, babe, right here. You want the whole fillet.
Yeah, because I'm
The
gonna
whole 10 pounds. You even have a frying pan. It's going to hold that whole line.
No, I'm baking it in a pan.
Okay.
As one piece, but because if it's cut up in small bits,
Yeah.
honey, it'll flake apart when I'm baking it.
Okay. So you just want a full fillet.
Yeah, just one.
All right.
Even just
So
one side.
come on out on Simcoe with me tomorrow,
Oh,
and you can come catch one. Of course I'll do it, babe.
I could even make it tomorrow for dinner.
Yeah,
do
all
a
right.
nice baked fillet of whitefish.
All right.
You know, and then I just pull the bones after it's baked, right?
Okay.
If there's any in there, I'll check for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see. It'll be really good.
That means I can load this bag up a little bit then. There we go. 1, 2 suppers, right? 1, 2 suppers. Yeah, make her work for it, yeah. But some people get my humor. Other people will be like, holy, listen to how he's abusive. Fucking fuck off. That's why you don't have a girlfriend, right? Or a wife. Or a girl cooking you dinner at home, right? Because you know all the answers. Mm-hmm. Alright. She wants a full play. Nothing but the best. When I get the best one here, I know I've seen one. This one actually looks really nice. No. I know, babe. I heard you. Three dinners. He's a little whitish now. There we go. He's a little white too. Well, some of these are surprisingly different to the meat. You just want one full fillet, eh? Alright then. There you go, babe. There's one full, nice clean fillet. It's just a little bone right there. So everything else? Yeah, everything else is good. I thought you said she had, oh, she is right there. Okay. You just want the one, babe? Hey? You just want one fillet? Well, I can do one fish at least. I already got 3 dinners going on here. Alright. 3 fillets it is. Yep. There you go. That's 4. I think I'm going to chill on keeping fish for a little bit. Well, not the whitefish. We got 4 days to get whatever we can out of there. And then it's closed. And I'm sorry, but I'd love to have whitefish for dinner twice a week if I could afford it. But if I can catch it and eat it, I'd be crazy not to keep the whitefish. For those that don't know, if you have Facebook, there's only a few people in the chat, so I'm going to say it. If you have Facebook and you want to follow me there, check me out, CFM Rocks. It'll be the Canadian Fishing Musician on Facebook. There you will see more content. Not everything do I post on one social network. I post on all of them. So I tend to keep some of it separate. But you'll see all the latest and greatest updates from this adventure happening there as the Matt, the guy who took us out, he's going to make a post first under his guide services showing us with the fish and talking about the day and yeah. But I have some really nice video footage today for the shorts wall. What's that? I think he already did great pictures. I shared some, yeah, I shared it on my YouTube, but I didn't share it on my Facebook because I wanted to give him the opportunity to put it on his page first. Because I'm like that. I'm that kind of guy. I think I could have went live today, but I just didn't want to ruin the experience with my nephew, and I didn't want that type of pressure on Matt. You know, it was more of an outing that needed to be cherished and not overthought. And lives, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes it changes the dynamics, the focus, the control. Everything kind of goes out the window because what becomes concerning and the most important is the people in your lives. Look at this meat bag. Do you think we got enough, Bubba? Should I get more? Oh, I need to flay that guy. This guy's good. Oh, alright, stay over here then. Alright, another bags. That's right, buddy. Darn right, Timothy. I almost lost the closest one I have, my biggest support network. because of grinding on YouTube and caring about people and what's going on my channel and my reputation, you know, I almost lost the most important thing in my life. And I won't let that happen again. So now I just fish more. As I live in a perfect area to do it. That's right. That's what we're doing with the burbot. Yeah, I wanted to do that way. I wanted to basically like cooking lobster. Or anything else seafoodish while boiling it. Another bag, and I think this is it. And I got one more fillet. Trying to find that V. Two, three. Yep, almost done. Thank the Lord. Yep. 2, 3, and this would be the last bag. Holy. Wow. It's funny, I was going at first, I'm like, why only 2? Oh, Jovel in the house. I think it's morning time for you. Might be close to early morning, depending. Everybody in the chat, welcome our wonderful friend Jovel. 2. Oh, there we are. Okay. Three. There we go. How was that? No. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 meals right there. Plus I have 2 or 3 2 or 3 sets in there as well. just whitefish. Or no, I have a burbot. That's right. Where is it? I gave Daniel everything. I know. I took some burbot, I think. There it is. Yes. That's burbot. So good. It's going to be so deadly. What is this? Like salmon or trout? I think this... That might be salmon. It might be salmon. I don't know. Throwing waters out of there. One bag. One. Two. Oh. So you're just gonna cook, you're gonna bake this tomorrow, babe? Okay, so I won't freeze it. You don't want salted or anything like that? Okay. Holy. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, if you check out the post there on YouTube, you'll see how we did. Did really well, I think. These Ziploc bags are such a fucking bitch. So hard to seal them right. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's all whitefish. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to close this bag. Oh yeah, I'm good. There we go. If I was to guess, that's about 20-30 pounds right there. About 20 pounds, I think. I just need to find that marker now. There it is. March. I'll put Mac was it 11th? 2020. 24? Alright. She's labeled. She's ready to go in the freezer. And I think because of the way that I wrapped it, she just fits in there. Just like that. And there's Judy's fillet. In the fridge. Alright. Well. Oh, let's clean it. Let's take a little break here for a second. Because I need one. Oh, I think my tripod just broke. As if. I have to go get a new tripod now. Yeah, she broke. She's broken. It's still standing at least. Yeah, she's still standing. Yeah. Oh yeah, like 10, 12 meals of whitefish and one of burbot so far. So that, you know, like I said, we were discussing, it'd be like $25 or something for, you know, half a whitefish. So, you know. That's 25 US, exactly. This is a little guitar I got off a buddy. Free. Little Fender. It's not terrible. Not really good. It's not terrible. She needs tuning. That's super cool. Check it out. I need to get it. This is an oldie. It was given to me as well. You can see she's really old. She's got the F holes going on. And she's got the little chin plate. Pretty wild. I don't think it's a really expensive one because of looking at this very cheap board. But yeah, somebody gave this to me not too long ago as well. So I have like a wall hanger. I do have the violin cord with it, but it needs to get fixed before it can be played. And some of them I need. I don't want to mess with it and break it, because it probably would. Pretty wild, hung on by a string. A little cable right there. Yeah, pretty neat, right? Yeah, it's not an electric one, unfortunately, this one. This one isn't old. She's still in pretty good shape. But I have no marking on it to know what kind of violin it is. Nothing. So it's probably a real cheap piece of shite. But it's a cool wall hanger. Yeah. I was also given this one as well. I was given this puppy as well. Epiphone Les Paul. Yes, Timothy, go ahead. And if you need to, if you can't message me there, I'll give you a message. You should be able to send me a message. If not, get a pen down. Send me an email. And CFM Rocks Music. Here's an instrument that's super old. She's so old I haven't touched her in so long. I used to support YouTube channels back in the day, and I'd put them on my guitar stickers and stuff. Put them on my guitar stickers. You know, Sunfish King, shit like that. But I learned real quick. That's the only reason why they were around. Was because of that. Not because they gave a crap whether or not I was fishing. And when life went to shit, you know, and things were going downhill, nobody gave a fuck. So I changed my whole. Need a guitar pick and a tuning job and 6 strings because it's missing everything, and a cleanup because she's had her day, but I don't use it anymore. I just put it on a wall. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to close this live very shortly, but I don't know if anybody ever noticed. But this is the rod and reel that I use for ice fishing. This is my favorite setup. It have you seen the what? I have. Those are pretty serious. That's right. Well, hey, send me a message, man. Write this down. Let me know when you got a pen or a pencil. I'll give you my Gmail. And if you feel free, email me. I can send you ways we can talk, either WhatsApp, or we can do Messenger, or we can even go as further as eventually getting to a point where we can talk on the phone. You can say hi. But this is a 13 free fall fishing reel. They roughly go for about $100 Canadian. And then of course I have the Fenwick Techna medium 38, 36. I want to say 36. 36 heavy or 36 medium ice fishing rod. And it's a Fenwick Techna. Canadian together, it's probably about $150. Today, yeah, man, definitely do it. Today, I was using, because I was told from the guy, don't bother bringing your rod. We have rods we can give you. And today, this is the rod I happen to be using. As soon as I seen it was there, I have a fish camera, yep. I didn't buy it. I was sponsored by Yo-Yo. Well, not sponsored. They, I have a new camera. I have a new fish finder. This is the underwater camera. But again, it doesn't do the DVR. They sent me the what would you call as the demo model. And they wanted me to do a video, right? They wanted me to do a video on it. Got it for when you're ready. Okay. CFM rocks. So CFM. Joe McGraw in the house. CFM rocks. Okay. Music at gmail.com. So it's CFM rocks. ROCKS. Music MUSIC at gmail.com. One more time. CFM rocks. Music at gmail.com. Send me a message, man. I'll go right to my phone, straight up. And just tell me where you're coming from, stuff like that, so I know. Because maybe you're, using a different name or whatever, which seems to be, more of a appropriate thing to do with YouTube these days. I get it. I get it. Get it good. What depth can it go? This yo-yo, I did, okay, so finishing the story, I did a video on it, okay? I haven't posted it yet. Now, I did a video of unboxing it, of course, seeing it for the first time, describing it, giving the details. And then I did one on the ice with me showing it in use. And, see, they wanted me to do a video right away. And I told them that I would need at least 6 to 8 weeks to, figure it out and see what I think about the product. And after using the product, and I don't think any camera is any different really, unless you start getting in the $3,000 mark. And this one's about $300, taxes in Canadian, something like that. Here's the cool part about it. Okay? When you first go to use these things, you're just like, wow, look at the fish. This is amazing, But as you progressively start getting into using cameras, what I've realized is that the majority of the cameras are a bit behind in the technology. My dad had his first. Nice, man. That's so cool, Timothy. Send me a message, buddy. We'll get into some more personal talking for sure, man. I think it's super cool. I'd like to know more about that. Um, so what happened was I kept going, at first. Now the whole new of it kind of wore off, and now I'm starting to get into using the camera, regularly. I'm a YouTuber. Okay, so here was the argument that I had. I'm a YouTuber, and you want me to make content about your fishing camera. Awesome. But you send me a camera that doesn't record the content. Okay? This just shows you the video. So how do I get this content? I have to use my phone or a GoPro and record the screen. Of course, we all know what that's like, trying to record something that's pushing out of an LED screen or these screens now. It's almost next to impossible because you see all these lines and everything in the screen, right? It's really hard. And I'll show you that in our shorts because I show me using this camera, showing me using the thingamajig lure today. And you can see with the phone, it's really hard. You can see there's lines going through the lens. It doesn't look like the way I'm seeing it. So right off the bat, visually wise, I can't give my subscribers the same experience that I'm having by just videoing it with my phone. That was the one thing, okay? You got that right, Timothy. I think so too, buddy. So here's the other problem. Okay? The battery's wicked. Well, they don't have that yet. There is a way to do this. So here's the camera cable, all right, on this big spindle. Here's the camera, all right. Now, I don't know how they're going to fix this without, now, I know how they do, but now they send me the camera. Now, let me tell you how this works, okay? So you can operate this camera in many ways. You can have it hang like this, straight down, right? Or you can set up one of these rings and here, whichever way you want. One will do different angles. And you put this in here and it'll hold your camera facing store. But here's what you're seeing. You see what's going on here? See the shaking? Right? Up here. Imagine I'm putting this in the hole. Okay, Kirk Burning in the house, man. What's going on, champ? Imagine I'm putting, man, that's so cool. Like, fucking wicked. It's nice to see you, man. Put a smile right on my face, homie. You can see, look, it's going to take some time to settle down. You want to focus it on your lure. That's the whole deal, right? I don't care if I'm seeing fish. If it ain't in front of my lure, then what's the point? So now you have this sitting over the hole and it's just doing this. Okay, as soon as wind picks up, if there's a current, if the cord's twisted, remember, it's not hanging from my hand stiff. It's hanging over an edge like this. No capitals at all in my email, buddy. cfmrocksmusic@gmail.com. So now look, if I'm not holding the cable with the vise tight, okay, to find that sweet spot so you're up top and you can adjust it. So now it's pointing at you. That's not the case. It's sitting on the hole, just resting with no contact, no light pin. Look. So this puppy's spinning. It'll be down there spinning, spinning, spinning. Then when I try to adjust it and just twist the cable, it does this. Look, this isn't in water, right? It needs a way to control the direction, which they have, apparently, with their better camera. And it's like a tripod system that the cable goes in, and you can turn the cable until it sits in its sweet spot, and there you go. Here's two things that are wrong with that, okay? It's not the camera that's scaring the fish, okay? It's the cable, running all the way down. Why do you think that in fishing now we've come down to a point where braid line, all right, gets such a low diameter? This is 15-pound braid with a 4-pound diameter. You can barely see it. But that's 15 pounds. That's a 15-pound telescopic pole. Would be cool, right? Here's the problem. The camera is fully attached to the spindle. Okay? You take that off. You can't actually. I tried. I ran all the cable off and tried to see if I could get it off the spindle without breaking this. Not possible. I'd have to break this. Get the wire off. Okay? And then get down to these cables here, which is the video connection. All right, I'm still connected somehow. Give me a second. There we go. Okay, see how this is run? All the length is on this side of the spool. And they ran this inside or through the hole. This thing stops me from getting through there unless I cut a chunk out of here and I can push it through. Then I could stuff this down, say a telescopic pole or a PCV pipe, right? I was going to make a three prong or like a tripod stand with PCV pipes. Just use the corners and 45s, right? Just like they make jaw jackers and all that stuff. And run this down the PCV pipe, giving me access to it at the top, which would have, say, a spindle on it. In order for me to do that, I'd have to get rid of this. And what happens there now is I would have this pole, miscellaneous pole, set up and everything. Where do I put it? Stabilizer fins, I imagine, would help. The problem is it's already bulky as it is. So you can imagine if you're trying to fish down there and this fish sees this. I've seen fish come right down, right up, and they come stare at me right through the lens. They're looking right at the camera. And I'll be looking on here. And I'm like, my lure's over there. What's wrong with you? What are you looking at me for? And it gets frustrating. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, the best fish I want in the water, and he's staring at me. It's like he knows I'm there. I promise you, it's crazy. All right? I have video footage of it. I'm not joking. So I like to run it at the top of the hole. It doesn't matter as long as I'm 25 feet up. I don't care to see if the fish comes up and bites my lure. What I want to see is the activity of the fish and when he's coming in to strike my lure. With a fish finder, you can only see if he rises, comes in, you see a mark. Right? You're like, okay, yep, he's lowering, he's coming up to me. Okay. With this, you can see him from a distance away. You can see him coming in. You see him coming down to the lure, right? And, you can be 30 feet up in the air. And they want to be TikTok stars. Yes, sir. Yeah, there's a flash on it, too. Like, you can see that it's very silver. If you put the glare on that, you're screwed, right? It just goes around. So the whole light's coming down from the hole if you're fishing outside. If you're in the hut, you can kind of control that. It comes down, hits this, and reflects this, and shoots it everywhere in the water. Now, pike, not so crazy about them. They don't really care about them. Perch, not paint it black. Yep, that's a great idea. I might actually do that. That's a great idea, man. I definitely would like if it was black. Maybe or wrap extension electrical tape around it or something. The problem, I don't want to break it, right? I don't want to break it. Eventually, what'll happen is I'm going to sell the thing. It's cool, but there's a lot of defects to it, and the only places you can use it, the way that I use it, is in clear lakes. And the clear lake that I'm fishing, Lake Simcoe, gets up to 100 feet. This thing won't even get down there. I think the furthest it'll go down is 45, 50 feet, which will give me a 25-foot or 30-foot vision down from that. So at like 70 feet, I'm okay. I can see it. Once you get over that, you're done. You can't see nothing, can't see the bottom. Doesn't matter, right? put a leader with a weight to keep it stable. So what, would you bring it all the way to the bottom with a, you know, let's say a monoline, or I don't know, like, and like the weight, would it stop it from turning? Like, I don't think the weight stopping the turning is from the cable. So here, anyways, here's another thing. All right, I'm ice fishing and I want to see my jig. So my rod's over top and I'm jigging down. See how this thing naturally, yeah, if there's current, there's always a current down there below the ice. Even if it's windy, there's current down there underneath it. It's got to go somewhere. So you see how, like, my tips here. Now, if this camera is faced a certain way, I don't know why, but it only has a cone to see so far. So even at 20 feet up off the ground, my jig's got to be in a pretty serious focal right there for me to see it. Now, if I fish it over my hole, right over the hole that I'm fishing, in the same hole, then all of a sudden now every time I got a good fish on and I get them on, I bring it up, I got to take the camera out of the hole because it's going to get tangled in it, right? As some people seen in my videos, I had a big burbot, 12-pound burbot, tangle up in this camera. It took me 20 minutes of fighting him to get it off the camera before we could pull him out of the ice. I put a short on it, but I have like a long video footage of it to put out too. I just don't put content out anymore. I've been waiting. I've been contemplating on whether or not I want to do a new channel. I don't know. I have no idea. But I know that content is grand. I know that. Content is where it's all at. Yeah, I tried a separate hole. That's how I've been doing it. Basically behind. I've tried it so it was behind. Problem is the focus point sort of on an angle because of the way the cable is. It's pushing the camera slightly on an angle like this. So then I go over on this side. Now look at it, it's just spinning, right? That's right. That's exactly it, Joe. And that's how I like to fish it. And the reason for that is because fish get spooky. I don't need to see the fish coming up. If the camera recorded it, it'd be cool. You go perch fishing. I get it. People put it out there for video content. And they got all these perch going to these lures and stuff. And you can see them hitting it. Cool. It's kind of neat. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of neat. Not my jam. It's kind of neat. But for me, when I've caught fish all my life without using a camera, pretty much all my life without using a fish finder, other than, you know, these last couple of years with ice fishing, um, I don't need to see the fish down there doing that stuff. And I definitely don't want to decrease the chance of me catching a fish that might be spooky in a lake. You know, lake trout don't like it. Yeah, you could. Technically, yes. They sell it. They sell some type of thing. Now, I'm trying to think of other ways to develop this. Even anything that could go over the hole like this, that gives me some type of twisting motion, you know, so I can adjust it and lock it into a place. I'll figure out something. I'm sure of it. Or people, you're welcome to, you know, um, make a suggestion. Maybe I'll make a post out there and give everybody the opportunity to put their answers and suggestions and ideas under the post. It could be a good idea. Maybe I'll do that. And I'll give, because, you know, otherwise, how do I communicate with people in that sense other than through the lives? So there's a lot of things that go on with this that are cool, but it's a camera, right? The other thing is, this is the tough part. This is the only GoPro I have because I can't afford to go out and buy these GoPros and stuff. I just can't, man. I'm barely getting by paying rent here. Like, I'm just barely getting by right now. I was laid off work about a month and a half ago, and I had to go shovel roofs. And for 3 weeks, I got work shoveling roofs, and I used pretty much all that money to pay my rent in ahead. And I have until the end of April to come up with $1,800, or we're gone. So I have a job that will help. I have a few private jobs that'll help, and I'm looking at possible, short-term, long-term placement. I know I have the job with a buddy for a demolition, but again, don't know what happens after that. We'll see. So, anyways, GoPro. Okay, they guys are using GoPros and putting them down the hole, and they get better footage that way. They lay the cameras down, on the ground or whatever, and they get their footage that way because the GoPros actually have an amazing. What time is it? Holy shit! Better go to bed. I gotta get up early. But the GoPros have amazing video quality, but it's like a 7. And as you can see, if you look, you will see, and this is another reason why I gave up on this shit. If you look right over the eye, right up here, there's a big dent right there. I didn't realize it at first. I was shooting all this content, posting it on my channel, and I look back and I'm like, why does it look like there's like this thing going on over there? Why does it look like there's something going? I go over to my computer screen. I'm like, go to rub it off. It doesn't come off. Another video. I'm like, I look at my GoPro. And I'm like, ugh. It's got a chip on it. Yeah, I hear you, buddy. Timothy, that's crazy. Oh, thank you so much, Raging A. I appreciate that very much, man. Not necessary by any means. That's super cool. PayPal's are much more effective for me. As YouTube right now, like I said, I have not been able to take a super chat out of there. Monetization was only basically pushed on me by a community of people that wanted the credit to go and say, I shared them out, I did this, blah, blah, blah. But really, in a sense, um, I think it was about 300 subscriber difference of what happened. I had pretty close to, I think, 700 or 800 subscribers before we started getting into craziness and this community sharing and I love you bullshit and all that crap. I love everybody on YouTube. I love you all, your family. That kind of shit. So, yeah, I can't, they need my taxes done. Okay. And I'm still trying to figure out all this shit. I did all my taxes, but they need some type of form. In order for that form to clear, they need me to go through the government. I have to run a business. I have about $5,000 on YouTube right now. Not joking you. Now, Canada's going to take its tax off that, and YouTube's going to take its tax off that. You see? So out of $5,000, $6,000, I might see 40%, 35% at best. That's at best because the government, once it hits Canada, they want their hand in there too, right? They're gonna tax on top of that 40%. So, I've been just letting it save up, and save up, and I'm going to use it when I'm allowed to, when things get situate where I can. I'm going to use it for the channel, something big. I don't know what it would be. Bass boat. I don't really know. Some nice boat. I don't know. Maybe a skidoo next year. Something that will put me on the map for content. I really think a proper camera system would be appropriate. A proper system instead of using my phone. I want to be able to show my lives or show my fish finder on my live. You know what I mean? I want to be able to be fishing and looking at me, and you're seeing my fish finder across the screen. At the side, my A scope or whatever, and stuff like this. Things like that. That I think that would be, ideally the best thing that I could get because I just, I've kind of hit a plateau with this channel. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've kind of hit I lost my passion, so to speak, to be like, yeah, let's go live. Let's do this. Let's go have fun. Like I do it because when I want to do it. I do it when I feel like there's content that can be shared and that people will enjoy and learn from. I don't just smash live to go live. I just don't do it. I can't do it. I won't do it. Just because YouTube goes, you need this amount of watch hours. I don't do that. Okay. Now I don't get a lot of viewers in this mode, and that's okay. I like this to be more personal. Okay. And it allows me to decide what I want to do with that video after. Thank you very much, sweetheart. You didn't have to do that. I'm not on here e-bagging. I don't fucking do that shit. So I'm just telling you the circumstances. It's a lot different than when I was in before. We're living better. We're in a better living situation than when I was in the trailer. But I'm scraping by, man. Just scraping by. And it's nervous. It's a nervous feeling. Like it's really nervous. I think the whole reason why I liked being in that trailer and living in that sense is because it was easy to afford to rent. There was no stress. I didn't have to live around people. There wasn't people living under me. There wasn't people living beside me. There was mice once in a while to come in through, but they didn't complain. They didn't have noise complaints. They, anything I complained about them being there. They didn't complain about me. They liked my food. They liked, they were great. They were, and yeah, and so I put all this money into the YouTube channel, and I know there's some people that know. They know. I put thousands and thousands of dollars into this channel. And when push came to shove, I incorporated my music. Okay? I incorporated my music with my fishing channel. That's what I went wrong. And the reason for that is because certain communities, they want what they want out of it. Okay? And most of them want making it great. Oh, there we go. Did he? Kirk, you don't have to do that, man. You've done so much for us already. You don't have to do that, man. That's super cool. I hope to one day be in a position. I do go around super chat and support people for sure, 100%. But I don't, I can't do it that way with you. But you know what it is, man. If you ever need anything from me, buddy, I got you, man. Anything that I have that you want, an offering, anything. I don't care if it's music, whatever. So, anyways, you just let me know. Which is crazy because the guy's a phenomenal guitar player himself. So, he doesn't really need that either. But I'm just saying, anything that I can do to help, man, I can. Because I don't like taking shit for free, man. I don't. I hate it. I hate it. I freaking hate it. I can't handle it. There's always a way to trade. There's always a way to make it so that both people are getting some end of the bargain. Even if it feels like you're getting it for free, that's not the case. What the fuck? Whew, thought that thing just broke on me. This rod's brand new. Got it from the charter. I wanted it from the guide guy. I got it. It was a $100 rod. I got it for 40 bucks. This is the 36. They're twins. This is the 26. This is the 36. You're talking about a foot difference, but it makes a difference. And I really wanted his stuff because I love supporting local people around me, especially local businesses and fishermen. That's where I'm trying to go with shit now. It's just, smarter. It's smarter. When you look at the analytics, you realize, after you've been on the channel for a while, you've been on the YouTube side streets for a while, you realize where your attention's coming from, your support, your real support. And you tend to figure out that. And I get more views off my videos by posting things that are locally. Yep, a trailer went through the ice. Thanks, Timothy. That's right. Judy has a smaller rod, and we have twins. The exact same rod, just shorter. I know that, buddy. I know that, Kirk. But it's been rough, man. That's all I gotta say. It's been rough. It's a tough one, man. $1,800 to pay for a 2-bedroom plus hydro. It's tough, man. I was let go, literally fired, not fired, but let go is how he put it. Due to, I don't know how he tried to put it. First, he tried to say I couldn't handle the cold, and when he realized there was no argument there, right? Because, man, I'm out freaking ice fishing in minus 27. I'll go out any day of the week. I don't care. Been out rainbow fishing with no heat, no nothing. Going down there float fishing, trying to keep my row bags from freezing by putting it like this to my mouth, and blowing on it to stop it from freezing so that it keeps its natural state while rolling down the creek. So anyways, when he realized that wasn't wrong, or that he was wrong there and his excuse didn't work, then he leaned towards me taking too many days off in the summer. It's the winter, and I never took no days off. I was the only guy there. I worked for him the whole summer, build houses. People seen me live. Yeah, raging scene. So people seen. I mean, I'm talking complete grunt labor, like huge boards and 2x4s, 2x6s, 14 feet long, walk all the way down the hill, all the way back up. Never hired anybody else to help. I was there to do it. I was there. He fell from a ladder. I was there to help him. I made sure he got home. He drove me home after falling off a ladder. It was like probably 8, 9 feet off the ground, plus his height. He fell. I would appreciate that, Kirk, man. You know my email, cfmrocksmusic@gmail, man. I'd love to look at it. So yeah, he let me go. He fucking let me go, and so then he tried to say there's too many days in the summer, but then I told him I forced him because he didn't give me notice, right? He wanted to let me go that Friday. I said, no, 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 no. You owe me 2 weeks notice, and you owe me 1 week back pay. He didn't do either one of those. So anyways, 2 weeks comes in. Oh yeah. So then I come in that following week, and who's there? 2 new guys who started 2 days ago prior to me on the weekend. Who came in on a polar vortex storm that was minus 40 plus, okay? High winds. I guess they went in there and went and did some work. They all speak the same language. You see, I'm Canadian, born here, okay? And they aren't. None of them. They're all fresh. Zigmar was maybe on the boat. I don't know. Come off. He lived in Russia or something. They speak some type of language. I don't even know what it's called. Russian, something like that. But anyways, all the guys speak it. Oh, he even promised me a raise before he got these guys. Latvian, that's what it is. I took them out to spots fishing. We post together. It's crazy, man. Crazy. He basically used me right up to the point where he felt, okay, you know what? And so he hired 2 other guys with no experience, opposed to having me with over a year experience with him. And one guy's a roofer, never built houses. The other guy builds decks, never built a house. They're out there freezing. And the first thing I'm instructed when I get down there, I have video footage of all this as well. First thing I'm instructed is to go start a fire for the guys. That's right. So, turns out, I find out, yeah, he paid 25. No, he didn't pay me. He paid me 25. He started them at, I had to work up to 25. He started them at 25, babe. They both drive. That's 25 minimal. I can understand that. If you drive a vehicle, you're coming in to do intense labor, you should get at least a $5 compensation. You're paying for gas, you got wear and tear on the vehicle, and $5 on the wage is really not enough. It's not. Anybody owns a vehicle, you'll know damn well. Anything can happen the moment you can't. So that's it, right? That's right. So they basically got this the wage that I was at. I was promised a raise, but then demoted and let go for two guys that spoke the same language. Pretty much. They were the same language, same culture, and instead of paying me 25, he turned around and paid them both 25 and got rid of me. And it was the worst time in the world. It was literally in winter. I'm a roofer by trade. I gave him my whole life, man. You know what I mean? Gave him everything. And I lost my $900 harness somewhere on that job. I don't know or where they might have it, but it didn't get returned to me. I didn't get a week's pay back or a week back pay for the being there a year. He let me go with 2 weeks notice, not written notice, and no reason as to why he let me go other than the verbal argument that was in the driveway. Yeah, I'm going to have to get back into roofing. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to have to. I have no choice in the spring. So I got to make it until the spring before I can find a job. It's a small city. It's tough. You know, a lot of the work is in Barrie, which is a 45-minute from here. You know, it's pretty tough. So yeah, so it is what it is. I don't toke at work. I don't drink, period. I don't drink ever, really. I mean, once in a while, I'll have an occasion with a buddy if there happens to be something really important. You know, my buddy Tricky come down and said hi one time. We got a little carried away and drank and had fun. Yes, yes, I can. Yep. Frame, drywall, mud, and tape. Yep. I did drywall union there for a few years off and on, and I was doing that before I come down here with Tommy. Mudding, I don't really like. I don't mind the mudding part. I hate the fucking sanding part. Can't stand it worth the deal. You can't pay me enough to do it. And yeah, exactly, man. Yep, it's too expensive, man. It's getting too crazy, and it's the world's going. Canada, I don't even know where to go anymore because it's all I know is there's one place I am going that I know for sure, and I'm not afraid to go there. I'm not afraid of the time when it comes to get there, and that's heaven. That's it. Because the world's gone to shit, and it must be coming closer and closer. Because I'm telling you right now, the revelations never spoke so damn loud. Governments twisting on each other, wars everywhere, political wars, everything. Who is the leaders? Your leaders will be deceiving. Blah blah blah. It just keeps carrying on. All these signs that are going on, catastrophes. Look at the friggin' snowstorms we had this year. Like things are changing big time. And I needed to deal with that anxiety inside of me, which was, oh yeah, revelation. I needed to deal with the anxieties inside of me of the fear of death. Ever since I was a kid, I was scared to die. I was scared of dying, man. I had wicked, wild dreams, falling from endless heights and looking down and it's just black, never hitting the ground. This weird ass dreams of me dying as a kid. I'm not kidding. And it gave me nightmares and panic attacks. I had to go to counseling for this stuff because I need to figure out why I was getting these rapid, really crazy dreams. And I'll tell you, I never really found anything that could help. There was no medication or nothing. I mean, they could give me medication to numb me, but and not dream at all. You know, I mean, I would wake up and not remember anything. But ideally, there was all the side effects to that. I wasn't a lunatic. I wasn't crazy. So the only thing they could do is give me sleepers or, you know, take grab whatever the hell the other stuff was that put you to sleep in the health fit store there. What was it? What are they called, babe? Friggin' horse pills. The ones that help you sleep. It's gonna come with me. I think it starts with a G. No, Raging is 100% right. And I'll tell you how I know God will provide. Because when they laid me off, when he laid me off, I had literally 2 weeks to find out how I was going to pay rent. I put an ad out on Kijiji saying I was certified, which I am, certified working at Heights roofer who is willing to come and shovel your roofs off and make sure that it's safe for the weight bearing on your roof. And I'm not kidding. We got 4, 5 feet, 6 feet in areas, in valleys of roofs, okay, where the snow mounds. It might be 3 feet across here, but all the wind would blow all this snow into the thing. And I'm telling you, it'd be right up to my shoulders in snow. You'd have to get the top, 3, 4 good swipes off it before you could even think about taking the first one out. It was nuts how much snow it was. But I hope that works out, man. You have to let me know. We can talk anytime. So yeah, but it didn't work, and I lost my train of thought. Anyways, I'm tired. I got fish to throw out. Bag it up. Oh yeah, God, that's right. That's what it was. So 2 weeks, I had to figure out how to make up $1,800. I put the ad out and everything. All of a sudden, bang, get a phone call. So the first one, of course, I'm trying to feel out the prices, right? I'm trying to feel out what am I supposed to do this. So I just shoot for the dark. I'm like, $700. I was like, yes, no arguments. Like, all right, go up on the roof, start shoveling. Like, holy shit, this is a lot of snow, right? So the next roof, I go, $900. Sure, go on up there. Okay. Now I start getting phone calls like nuts. Okay, I have one per first. It was just me and Danny going and doing me and one guy. But now I end up with a book full of numbers, references. People want me to go right now, let's go. So now it's high in demand, and I can see that and I realize that. So the roofs start getting a little bigger. I go up, and I look, and I figure, okay, you know what? I'm going to go around 50 cents to $1 a square foot, on a roof. So if it's a 1,500 square foot house, I'm going to charge you $1,500 because not only do I have to shovel it off the roof, but when it comes off the roof and crashes down in front of your door and it's 12 feet high, okay, covers your door, I have to shovel all that shit out. Right? I have to shovel it all away from the doors, the garages, where your car, your driveway, your back deck, your back windows, your side windows, the culverts. I have to make sure all the ducts, vents around the house aren't covered, like any type of exhaust or anything coming out of the house, right? Got to make sure all that's not covered. You'd be screwing the homeowner over and causing a lot of damage if you start doing stuff like that. And so what happened was people took the price. So 1,500 was roughly around the mark that people didn't seem to have a problem with paying. And once I started getting that price, I decided, okay, I'm going to hire some people. I need some help. I can't do all this on my own. Oh yeah. So I charge 1,500 for anywhere 1,500 to 2,000 square foot house. I would charge $1,500. That was the roof and ground cleanup. So, you know how long it would averagely take me? I'd put 3 people up on the roof, 4 people on the roof, and I'd stay on the ground with the snowblower and a person on the ground. 3 hours. 2.5, 3 hours at worst. One house we got was a little bit more for. So it's $1,500 for 4 hours of work. I turn around and pay everybody $25 an hour. I pay out, maybe if I'm lucky, 25 times 3, 75, $100 times 4 people is $400. Now I never did that. I actually paid people really well. Really well. I'm not joking. You did, if we got, right, exactly. If I got two, I tell the guys, if we get 2 roofs done in a day, you get bonus. We get 3 roofs in a day, you're gonna get a bonus for every roof we go on top. 1 roof, I gotta pay you by the hour. But every roof we get over top of that in a day, watch where your pay's at. Every day my labor has made $300 to $400 a day cash, because we get 2 roofs, possibly 3 roofs. Because what happened is, you can imagine, I pay $400 out. Right? I charge $1,500. I pay $500 out to labor. Okay? $1,000 is to me. Now, $200 is going to go back into the company. I'm going to need gas for the week. I need all types of things. I bought business cards. Look at this. You want to see something? Let me do this just because it's gonna show one thing. Okay? The only thing I didn't want to show is my phone number. The Snow Magician. We make it disappear. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. Yes, Timothy, about 40 to 45, 50 an hour would be fair. For, you know, I would tell guys, laborers, when they came in first, would call us at $25 an hour cash. And that's no tax. That's like 30 something dollars an hour, right? I don't give a shit. Who's gonna call me? I already get prank calls from giving my numbers out to YouTubers back in the day, when we thought everybody loved everybody. Yeah. You know, just trying to help people and stuff. And my phone number, I get spam calls all the time now. I've been getting them since. But anyways, the Snow Magician, we make it disappear. So I would charge $1,500. $500 goes out to labor. $1,000 gets put in my pocket. At least $200 to $100 would go back. I had to buy shovels. You know, shovels were $60 a piece for roof scoop shovels. You know, shit like that. I bought roof rakes. I had to fix my snowblower and get bolts for it all the time, because we were breaking bolts, right? And yeah, so, but I had 4 people working for me. And one, they would alternate. One girl was working. She was great on the ground. She was really good on the ground, and she even got up on the roof on certain situations if she felt comfortable. And yeah, the only person who ever got hurt on the job was me. And that was because I was arrogant. But everyone else, I wouldn't let them go up a ladder unless they had a partner system. Things like that. You know, grab the ladder, hang on to it at the bottom. Make sure the ladder is within arm reach of grabbing it. It cannot be over or too short. If your elbows are tucked in, the ladder is not extended enough. I taught them all this stuff. I made sure that people were educated before they got put in a position where they needed to be, and they weren't safe. So that's what I did. And every person that went up, there'd be pairs. If you don't go up a ladder without somebody there to spot you, hold the ladder, all these type of things. Huh, I wish we lived closer, buddy. Because I work, my equivalency to work is like having 2, 3 guys. And I think that's what happens is I've been a piece worker my whole life. I'm a pace worker, man. A piece worker I get paid for what I work. Right? Oh yeah, I have working at heights, 100%. Yeah. I can tell you how many pounds pressure a spike holds. A spiral carpenter spike. 750 pounds. One spike. Believe it or not. A good one. And depends on the length of it. But a real framing spike. A spiral spike will hold up to 750 pounds of tension before breaking. So for every spike you put in a strap, That's how many pounds of pressure it'll hold when you fall off the roof.
Oh yeah, it's right here. Sorry, I just figured out we wanted the phone so we go ahead.
And that's why you'll see that in an anchor situation, you'll have 3, 4 to 5 holes on each side of the steel anchors. Because that's 750, 750, 750, 750. When somebody falls off the roof, depending on how screws work too, depending. Screws can work too, yeah. If you got the right screws, and the washers are good because then it'll stop the heads from breaking. Sort of. As long as they're a right screw. Definitely wouldn't use a drywall screw, that's for sure. Maybe a roofing, like a metal screw with the washer and the sealant. Those ones are pretty serious and tough. They could hold, but again, they're not as strong and not as easy, so to speak, to install. You know, I got to bring a drill up there. Care if it's steep, you know what I mean? I go up on the roof with a drill in my pouch, my hammer, everything like that. So now you're looking at, you know what I mean? Metal screws, yeah. So where is this here? Working at heights. I had to pay for that course. I can't tell you how many guys don't have that. Just fucking. Here, let's I need to get a smoke into me. If you don't mind. I'll put a light in there because I need a smoke bad. I haven't had a smoke since I started filleting fish. Supposed to get a little cold tonight. We're not crazy cold. You're probably like, what is this, a hut? Yeah, I have 3 huts. And this is our smoking hut outside. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna end this live here shortly. It's like 11:30. I still have to clean up. There we go. I don't know why. Alright. I'm gonna have a smoke or 2 with you, and then I'm gonna end this live. Because it's getting late. I still gotta clean up all these fish. Put them in a bag, take them out to the truck, or take them out to the corner. Yeah, all the harnesses that you're talking, if it's the blue and yellow or green and yellow ones, just the strapped ones, oh man, they're brutal. They're brutal. It's what scares me to go back into roofing. My harness that I had when I started this job with this guy. It was $900 harness, man. It had the ass bar and everything around it, like on your back. It was for the window cleaners. People that used to hang, they can hang with their harnesses and hang swing from the ass bar. Well, these were those type of harnesses for hanging, and I used to hang over eavesdrops to do wings. I'd just put my foot off the brick wall and hang there. You could usually hang for about 3 or 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes at tops, depending on how the bar was on your arse and how you sat on it. And there was always ways to relieve the pressure. If you just step off the wall, lift up, you can get the legs, get the movement, get the blood in there, right? But those harnesses, the ones here, oh man, they're terrible. The ball buster harnesses, yeah, yeah. You literally come off the roof and your whole nuts and everything are hanging off to the right, right over the strap. And everybody's like, nice package, bro. Just like, you weirdos. That's okay, buddy. Machinist, I hope you're doing well as well, man. I hope you're doing good. Glad to see you're still sticking around, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Hope things are okay, man. I know I've seen you other places, but yeah, it's cool you came stop by, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. Was it Machinist? That's right, Nitro Machinist. Was it Nitro Freak? Orchidelia is Machinist, right? Orchidelia and Machinist, right? Like not. I mean, they had a live stream a while ago. Let's see. It's not Tim, right? Right, Machinist. I'm pretty sure it was you and Orchidelia that were hanging out that one time too live. It's the last time I seen you. Nitro, I never seen that live. When they hung out or whatever, they met up with each other. But I believe it was. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, all right. I got the right person. Yeah, I know who you are, Machine. I was just trying to figure out if my memory was fogged, if I had the wrong person. But that's the last time I seen you. I've been keeping it real down low at my channel, bro. Real down low, man. I've been just doing my thing, living my life. I realized what makes me happy is not coming through this screen. You know what I mean? That's what's in that bedroom over there. And there ain't nothing worth me losing that. And the politics and the drama and all that shit that went around it, and the poking and the poke the bear, and finally realizing that people are entertained by garbage content before good content, I just kind of slowed down. I just kind of was like, all right, yeah, man, I just can't be bothered, you know. I never wanted to be the YouTube star. That's not why I did it. I did it because I love what I do, and I wanted to share it so that people could view it that are close to me, and to leave a story behind, right? Sometimes we die without question, without being able to tell anybody anything. And I don't know anybody, you know. I've been kind of like, what do you call it, gypsy guy, so to speak. You know, I have very little family, and you know, very little friends. I'm kind of a solemn guy. I've been hurt too many times for me to just put trust in people's hands all the time. So now, you know, I just do my thing. Yeah, there's one channel that I keen in on, as far as the UK channel, and that's Daz, Darren Barrett, Richard, Dukeshire, or sorry, that's a photographer I know. But I can't believe I can't remember his name. But they're buddies. They're buddies. Rich, you know, Rich and Leo. There you go. Oh, Kurt's my fucking number one, man. I'll tell you that right now. I don't care if people go anywhere. It don't matter to me. I don't follow that drama bullshit. I don't give a shit. It doesn't bother me. It don't bother me. If somebody supports somebody who goes around intentionally hurts people, then that's a little bit different. Then I start questioning the morals on what they're doing and why they're doing it and why they're in my channel, since I'm the complete opposite. You know what I mean? But if somebody's just hanging out, whatever, they say hi, you know, I mean, fuck. you got to go somewhere, and sometimes people aren't sitting in those lives to support or to do anything other than to get the truth and see things for what they really are instead of hearing it from everybody else's mouth. You know what I mean? And you got to be able to give everybody the opportunity to do that, because there is so much hearsay on YouTube. This person kind of did this person did that, this person said that. There's so much hearsay. You have to give your friends the opportunity to see it for themselves. Now, at first, I thought, man, I better speak out, right? I got to speak out. I got to tell these people about certain things that are going on YouTube so that they don't get hurt. No, no, no. You look like the bad guy doing that. Okay? Because now, all of a sudden, you look like you're the one trying to hurt other people. So, because only the people that see that crap was at that time, at that moment, at that time. You know? That's it. Then I go on my channel, all right, and 3/4 of my subscribers have no fucking idea what's going on, and they don't care. They're there to support me for fishing and music, and I decide I'm just going to go on a rant and talk about shit that nobody understands on my channel and get people. And what happens is you lose subscribers. You don't gain them and you don't keep them. You lose them because you put your subscribers in a situation where now they don't get a chance to see the truth. You've now making them forced to make a decision without letting them see it for what it is. If they go, let them figure it out. And your true friends, your true YouTube supporters, they're going to like you, for what you share and who you are, right? No, you're good, machinist, and you don't know the whole true story. You don't know the whole story, buddy, because it goes all the way back to South, way, way back before fucking, I'm not even going to say his name because he doesn't deserve the recognition. Even haters enjoys hearing their names if you're talking about them, but there's shit that goes way past him. Way past him. He was just the icing on the cake. And what nobody understood is I was getting paid to hang out there. I was getting paid. It was a job. It was employment. And my people were confused, thinking, oh, why is Rich over there? Well, because it's not like when I go and post my content that people are like, hey, man, doing such a great job. Thanks. Here's some super chats. Here's a PayPal, blah, blah, blah. It's not like that shit goes on all the time, right? So when somebody sees an interest in my content and goes, hey, you want to share your content on my channel? I'll pay you, and I'll pay you really good. I'm not questioning that. I don't question the bartender. I don't question the bar owner and what he does at home. If he wants to hire me to come in and entertain his crowd, I come in for the 3 hours, I take my money and take my gear, and I go. That's it. That's all it is. And that's what it was. That's all it was. You know? And it is what it is. Eventually, good things have to perish so that better things can come into our life. And that's exactly what happened. Because I think I'd still be sitting in that fucking trailer. Yeah, that's alright. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Like I said, I don't want to get too far into it, but a lot of things killed my desire and passion to want to just go, go, go. You know, share all my life, everything. You want to know who Rich is? You know? Yep, 100%, buddy. 100%. And I'll tell you that average number doesn't just go for UK, buddy. That's everywhere. Everywhere. 110%. It's everywhere. Okay? Yeah. I mean, even through negative things, positive things happen too. You know what I mean? You got to be able to take the positive out of the negatives. Negatives happen for a reason. It's the current of energy, man. You need a positive and a negative to create energy. You understand that? Batteries don't have a negative and a negative. They have a positive and a negative. And through having them both, you get this energy. Okay? So one comes with the other. That's how it goes. You know what I mean? That's how it goes. yin and a yang. You need it. And so like today, a perfect example, okay? I paid $600 to go out with this state-of-the-art, really good fishing guide system. I mean, he is reputably one of the best fishing guides here in Ontario. Not kidding. He knows a lot of lakes. He offers a lot of stuff, right? Did you say Jonesy was in here? Did I have live chat on? How come I don't see? Oh, Radio Jonesy. What the? And why isn't he blue? What the fuck? I got him. I'll get you too, machinist buddy. Let's please, man. Don't prove me to be wrong, okay? You never have in the past. What is the problem with this? Why is this changed? Oh, this is my second channel. Okay, well, you're modded there too. Yeah, man, message me, brother. Message me up, man. You know how to get a hold of me. It's all good, man. It's all good. I could trip Radio Jonesy out like crazy, man, and show him I have every little thing. Every little thing that you gave me, buddy. Sitting in that room right over there. Sitting right in that room put away, man, because shit like that, I'll lose it. You know what I mean? Stuff that really means a lot to me, I put it away somewhere safe. And, yeah, I still have everything, man. I have it all wrapped up. I have it all wrapped up in the green kangaroo. And it's just sitting over there. And I want to hang it up on the walls and stuff and create that type of thing, but I just haven't had the passion or the care or the courage to go play music online anymore. I really don't. I don't know. I don't know. I've been a professional musician playing for music, you know, and playing for money for a long period of my life. And I didn't have any problem with playing on YouTube free and having fun and stuff like that. What I did have a problem with is all the shit and drama that went with it. And all I was doing was trying to play guitar and share, you know. And so it just kind of wrecked it for me. It wrecked it for me. In a bar situation, I have the choice of whether or not who I want to talk to. I can keep the conversation short. I'm there to entertain. On YouTube, people expect us to get personal. And they expect things from you. And I just, no, it's cool, man. It's cool, buddy. Well, thank you, man. My passion for music is there. It just, it's been hard, bro. It's been hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's been hard to find the desire to want to carry on. So now I do the fishing, and I'm thinking about strongly separating my music from this channel and going somewhere else with my music. If I'm going to start it up again and do it again, I'm going to do it with a new channel and get my music off of this channel. You know, if I do, that's where I'm going. I'm just going to tell you, like, that's 110%. I'm going to do it on a new channel and play music over there. and my true, real supporters here will come over there that love, you know, want to see the music, maybe not so much care about the fishing, but they want the music. They'll come over there. Yeah, this is going to stay as a fishing content channel, and I'm going to start a new channel eventually here once I get a hold of Apple and get my Mac unlocked, because for some reason it's locked and I can't get into it. And the password, I don't know. I think I changed the password to make it easier for Judy one day, and I forgot the password. So I can't get into my Mac right now. I can't even live stream from a Mac. That's why I'm doing it from my phone. That, and it's just so much easier, man. I think it's just so much easier to go live from your phone. And when I see channels like, you know, 10,000 subscribers, and they still doing a phone, using the phone, I'm going, man, I put like 10 grand into this channel. 5 grand just for my laptop. 2 grand for my guitar. Like, over 1,000, 2 grand worth of stuff with microphones, interfaces, patch cords, fucking everything. Analog pedals, everything, man. 10 grand. And if that wasn't enough to show people that I cared about my YouTube channel and that I wanted to post good content for my subscribers and people to see, I decided to play guitar on there too. You know what I mean? And fish and all this other stuff. It got exhausting after a while, man. It got exhausting to see that you could go every extra mile that you need to, and it just doesn't matter. Good content don't mean shit on YouTube anymore. It really doesn't. Go on a live, talk about politics, create some type of drama. You're going to get the views. You get the watch hours. YouTube goes, well, you're doing amazing. Until somebody reports you. Then all of a sudden shit gets weird. And now you got guys who have 7, 10, 15,000 subscribers. They go live and they can't, they can't get any more than 30 viewers with 8,000 fucking subscribers. And, and then when they see that, then they go, shit, that can't look too good while I'm live. So then they pay for fucking ad revenue or ad boost on their videos on YouTube, which you can now do directly from YouTube. You can buy views from YouTube, man. You can buy them. It's crazy. Basically, you're paying them to push you out on the wall, whether they like it or not. They'll do it. So yeah, it's crazy, man. It's nuts, and yeah. That's right. Yes, sir, man. I gotta do the same thing. You're helping me out here, giving me a little reminder. I'm just finishing a cigarette now. Now I'm going to start this one. I feel guilty and I feel bad because I know there's a lot of people that look forward and enjoy it. But what I've learned is people will pay for Spotify. People will pay for no ads on YouTube so that they can listen to music and not get ads. People will go to a bar and put $5, $10 into a jukebox to listen to music. Why would I sit there and keep playing endlessly and buying all this equipment, replacing code, all this shit? Oh, I can guarantee I can see exactly why, Machinist, and I appreciate the support, man. But I gotta close this live, man, because it's just the conversation's gonna veer into things that I just think won't be beneficial for anybody, and a lot of people may not understand. I know some people will. It's late. Most of you's in here know the majority of the story, anyways. But I'm here. I'm still doing content. I'm still part of the channel. I'm still posting stuff out there. It's just I'm a little more separated. I'm a little more distant from what my personal life is and to what my YouTube channel is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, big shout out to Machinist, man. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that very much. One day, I'll be able to get into my YouTube and get the monetization, get the money. It's, I don't know, probably midnight. I got to be up at 6. Then I still got to throw fish downstairs. Clean the counter, clean the sink. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm going to do that 100%, buddy. I'm going to do that. We're going to call it a night. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. I'm going to have this video as unlisted for a little bit until I can pull out the edit of what I want out of the videos, and then yeah. Yeah, Radio Jonesy, man, I'll do the same thing, bro. I'll do the same thing. I do pop into your lives from time to time, even if, you know, Eddie's up there, because I miss Eddie. I think he's a fucking wicked dude, and I was lost and very fucking hurt and confused by other shit going around me. And, you know, I kind of took it out on him. Um, I mean, I had something to stand on, but I took it and did it with all the wrong way. And, though I don't really like Belt Loop very much. That's just my thing. I don't really like him very much. I miss Eddie to death. I think he's a super awesome dude. And, you know, I wish him nothing but the best. And, but yeah, I'm making by, buddy. I'm doing what I can. I'm smiling and I just keep pushing forward as everyone else is. We're all in a shit world just trying to make little life good in what shit we're given. You know what I'm saying? Some people have better shovels and a faster system, but we're all sitting in the same shit. And it's just the way it is. You know, smile, keep going. Just smile and wave. Just smile and wave. Just smile and wave. Smile and wave. I smile and wave. Cheers, everybody. I'm out. Thanks for the donos. Thanks for the support. Thanks for listening. Oh yeah, I'm out of the trailer, man. You should see the setup I have. It's pretty wild. I'm out. Cheers.